Well, you came back to learn more, and that's great. In this video, we are going to talk about predefined functions. We are going to talk about modules, packages, and libraries, okay? So first of all, what is predefined functions? You have already used a lot of them, okay? Functions like input, print, int, and len that perform a specific task that you have not written the code for, okay? So simply predefined built-in functions, or there are a lot of functions already present inside the Python that does some specific complicated things that you do not need to just kind of think about how to perform them or how to write their code. They are just already there to make your life easier, okay? Then what is a module? Module is a single file containing pre-written Python code, okay, functions, or even sometimes variables, okay, properties that you can import into your own package, okay, simply in your own program. You're just writing a program, you need to perform some things that their code are already written, okay? So simply you will import their module inside your program, and you will use those functions, okay? So that is just a module. What is a package? Okay, a package is a folder containing multiple modules grouped together. Okay, so that is simple, a folder with many modules inside it. And library is a broader term for a massive collection of packages and modules. Okay, so all the packages and modules present already inside Python, that makes the Python library. Okay. There are just many packages, many modules, and many functions for different things that you have to learn, okay? We will just study some of them in this video and for IGCSE. Sometimes you might face library routines, okay? That is simply another name for predefined functions and procedures, okay? So pre-tested reusable code blocks that save development time and prevent coding mistakes, okay? Because they are tested, so they won't have any kind of mistake, and simply they will prevent your mistakes as well. And the reasons for using libraries, okay, you might be asked in many exams. So the core benefits are, first of all, it saves time. You do not have to rewrite existing code, okay? There are just many things you want to do, and their code just simply they are written, okay? So that saves time. Then they are pre-tested and error-free, okay? So they are highly reliable. The functions which are written already inside the library of the Python, they are highly reliable, okay? They have been tested many times and just they do not have any kind of errors. Then complex math or system works automatically without you writing the algorithm, okay? So it simply makes your life much easier. To use modules, we must place the import statement at the very top of the file, okay? In this class, we are going to discuss about two modules, okay? One math module and random module. And what do we mean by this first sentence? Okay, when you want to use any module inside your program, first of all, you have to tell your program that, yeah, you have to just use this module, okay? That is with the import statement. Simply you will write import and name of the module you want to use, okay? For example, you want to use math, so import math. If you want to just use random, simply import random, okay? So math and random are two of the libraries or two of the modules present inside the Python library, okay? So that is how you simply tell your program to that, yeah, you will use this. Then after that, when you want to use them, okay, you will just simply write the name of the module name dot subroutine, or just the function name, okay? For example, from the random, I want to use randint function, okay? So print, I'll write random, and from that, yeah, the function randint, okay? And now we will just explain them what they do between 1 and 10, for example, okay? So this will generate a random number between 1 and 10. So if I just run it, yeah, you can see, yeah, this time we just have 1, okay? If I just run it once again, so again 1, okay? Then 10, again just run 4. So that is how just simply you import the module inside your program, and after that how you just use that, okay? So for now, I'll just comment this out. Let's just go to the part 2, working with the math module, okay? So see, we have some arithmetic operators but beyond them as well, we have just many other mathematical operations that we need to do them. Okay, inside the math module there are a lot of functions. Okay, there are a lot of subroutines, but for this class or for your IGCSE, we will just study some of them. Okay, simply the target is for you to just get familiar with how things work. Okay, for example, square root of things. Okay, calculate the square root of a number, uh, returns a float value. Okay, so simply when you want to use that, again import. Okay, now I'm writing it in the middle of the program. That is just because we are practicing. Okay, and I'm just trying to teach you, but mostly these imports, they have to be at the top of your program. Okay, so import math, and for example we have gotten any number is equal to just can be just input or any other number. Okay, that we enter 12. Okay, then after that, yeah, I want to just use the I want to find out the square root of this function. Okay, so I'll just write root equals c math dot sqrt. Sqrt of what? I can just write any number directly here, or I can just give name of any variable here. Okay, so simply that will find the square root of this 12 and store that inside the variable print. So root, and I'll just simply print that. Okay, print root. So if I just print root, see, and I just run that, yeah, we have gotten the square root of number 12. Okay, so if I just change that to 16, so that is just easier number or square root. Okay, if I just run that, yeah, we just got 4. Okay, simply to return it a float value. So import math, I'll just not do anything with that. Okay, so we have to just have rounding up and rounding down. Okay, math.ceil or math.floor. Okay, and they are just two other things. Now I'll not store them inside any variable. Directly we will print them. Okay, so print math.ceil. Okay, ceiling. Then here I'll just simply write this, the name of this variable, decimal value. So ceiling of that will be 5, yeah, and print math.floor. Okay, so floor for that is 4. Okay, so see, that is just two other functions that we have to just create. So that is 5 and 4. Now using this chance, we will talk about another function as well. Okay, the round function. Round function also, although it is not a part of the math module, but it is just kind of useful. Okay, so I can just we can write a number, any number. Okay, num2 is equal to any random number 0.87. Okay, so I want to round it. Okay, see, print, I can just use it to store inside a variable as well, but I'll just do it here. Okay, directly I'll just write round here. It's not a part of math, so no math.round. Okay, and I'll just write here the number that I want to round, and to how many decimal points do I want to round it. For example, to 2 decimal points I want to round it. Okay, so that is none. I'll just simply write there 2 here. So if I just run this, as you can see, yeah, I've just gotten to 2 decimal points. Okay, let me comment out this both, and we'll just work better with that. Okay, I want to just round it to 0. Okay, if I just write 0, so 0 decimal points we'll have, so that is 0. Even I can just go to the negative. Okay, for example, if I just write there -2 or -1, -1, -2, or just any numbers, then that will just take the 10th or 100th. Okay, so -1, so the number itself is 873. It is just rounded to 870. Okay, so you can just use this function as well if needed. Then the next module that we are going to work with is the random module. Okay, so again, whenever you just simply want to use any random number, so what you will have to just import that. Okay, so again at the top of the file, but here I'm just teaching you, that's why I'll just simply write it here. Okay, think this is line number 1. Okay, so import random. So I just did that. Okay, Then now I want to just generate any random number between two numbers. For example, we will code to roll a dice, okay, and rolling a dice is just numbers between 1 and 6. So for example, I'll just write here roll underscore dice is equal to random. And what function does that? Rand int, okay, rand int, or just random dot rand int function, okay. Now this takes two values, okay, so 1 and 6 both are inclusive. Clear? So this returns any random number between 1 and 6. 1 2 3 4 5 and 6. 6 is included there, okay. So if I just print it now, print roll dice. See, if I just run it, yeah, the first time it's 6, then 3, then 3 again, okay, so then 5. So that is just rand.int. So rand.int simply takes two arguments, and it returns a random number between those two, including them, okay. So that is just one of the things. I'll not comment out the import code. And the other thing is, from a list of values, I want to just select any one of them randomly, okay. For example, gold medal, silver medal, bronze medal, or certificate, or it can be just any kind of data. It can be numbers, it can be name of the things, okay. From a list randomly, I want to select one of them. So for that as well, we have just gotten here. For example, I'll just say prizes. So random prize, okay, and variable random price, okay, that is name of the variable, is equal to, again, random. Then for this we just use the choice, okay, choice, and from here, yeah, I'll just give the name of the list to it, okay, so prizes. So now this choice function selects any one of them by random and stores it inside random price variable, and I'll just simply print this, okay, print random price. Let's see what will our prize be, how lucky are we. So see, bronze medal, certificate, then bronze again, certificate, okay, gold medal. So that is just what this is, okay. So choice selects any element from a list randomly. Clear? So again, let me just comment this out so it does not disturb our next codes, and just that is okay. Simple, you have to just remember one thing, okay, rand.int displays or just simply returns a value between the two arguments inclusive, okay. They are all also included. You should not forget that, okay. So sometimes you might just think like the same indexes or things like that, that the last one was not, or range function, that the last number was not added. Here it is added, okay. So rand.int just does that, and that's it, okay. So I've just given you some functions here, okay. I've just created some functions here, or a list of functions that you need for your IGCSE exams, okay. From math module, yeah, you have gotten sqrt that returns the square root of a value, syil function that rounds up to the next whole integer, floor rounds down to the next or to the previous whole integer, okay, so just rounds down. Then math.pi or pi, okay, that is just a variable that simply, that is a constant that has stored the value of pi inside it, okay. And you can just simply use that in your calculations, okay. So that is area of a circle, for example, math.py pi multiplied by radius to the power of 2, okay. So something like that you can just do. And from the random module, yeah, you have gotten rand.int, you choice and random, okay. So rand.int that takes two arguments inclusive, okay, and returns a number between those two. That can be 1 and 10, 1 and 6, okay, 10 and 12, 1 and 100, okay, anything. Then choice that receives a sequence or a collection or a list and returns one of them, okay, by random or randomly. Then random.random, this just does not take any argument, simply it returns a random number between 0 and 1. Okay, a float number or a real number. Okay, so that is just what it does. So in your calculations you should be comfortable to use them. Yeah, now coming to the exciting part, we have gotten some exam sample questions. Okay, so question number 1, for example, write a Python program to simulate a simple math quiz. The program must generate two random integers between 1 and 12. It must ask the user to multiply them together and input their answer. State whether they are correct or incorrect. So just let's do that. So we have to just generate two numbers randomly. Okay, so that is, first of all, import random and import math has to be just done there. Okay, import math, sorry, okay, import math and import random. We will just need both of them for this function. Okay, although math I don't think we will just need, but let's see. Okay, so import num1, that is random.randint. Okay, and between what, between 1 and 12. And we will just do the same thing for the number 2. Number 2 is also equal to random.randint 1 and 12. So we have just generated two numbers. Okay, now we will just simply ask the user to multiply them for us. Okay, so I can just write a print here, or in Python the prompt can be given directly from the input function. Okay, so I will just simply do that. User answer is equal to int, or just float. Okay, we can, that is just int. Okay, two int numbers out there. Int input, and here, yeah, I can just simply use f. Okay, or f string. In here I can just simply say that, yeah, what is okay, and we will just simply wait for their answer. This is num1, and here as well we'll just simply have num2. So that will be given, and the program will wait for the user's answer. Okay, and after that, yeah, it must ask the user to multiply them together and input their answer, state whether they are correct or not. Okay, so now I'll just correct number, okay, or correct answer is equal to num1 multiplied by num2. Okay, so we just multiply them together, and now if user answer, okay, if user answer is equal to correct answer, then print you are right, else print sorry, the correct answer is I can use f string here, or just simply I will do that. Okay, correct answer. Clear? So that is just our program till here. Let me just run that. Let me just check if I've not commented anything. Yeah, I've just commented everything, and let's just run it now. Okay, so math, for this we do not need, so I can just remove that. So if I just simply run that, so what is 2 times 8? Okay, so 2 times 8, for example, I'll give a wrong answer, or I'll just, this time I'll give a correct answer. Okay, 2 times 8 will be 16. So yeah, you are right. I'll just run it once again. 11 times 8, okay, 11 times 8 will be 88, but just simply I'll just give it 80. Okay, and sorry, the correct answer is 88. So that is a simple question using this book. So that is it. Okay, we got introduced to the random and math modules. Study these functions and be ready for your exams. Wish you all the best. Good luck and goodbye. Do not forget to like and subscribe our channel.